Good morning, on my way to work. It's about like a 5 to 8 minute drive. So let's chit chat. I wanted to talk a little bit about planning because I think that's difficult, or the idea of planning sometimes is difficult, but I have the most joy, and I've started in recent years. I've had the most joy when I do my planning with what's happening in the building, what's happening around the world, the national celebrations, daily celebrations. And so what do I mean by that? Obviously, I think about goals. I think about the students' goals when writing plans, IEP plans. But then I connect it to the different events. So let's say March, right? Women's History Month. We did activities with Rosie the Riveter, coloring sheets. We did activities with like learning about Rosie the Riveter and other policies. Students then were asking more questions, and so we did a little bit more diving into women's history. We did different activity sheets from Rebel Girls. Those are books, but they also have a website where you can print free activities off of. We listened to music by Latino artists. We talked about what those artists have done in history and why those artists were important. So if they were like the first Latina to do that. And I do focus a lot on like Latino history, culture, Afro-Latino, because my school is dual language, but do what's best for your students. I have a lot of students that speak Spanish. Do what's best for your students and who you serve. But I do a lot of Hispanic history, Afro-Latino history, and touch a lot on that. What else did we do? We did a couple of things because it dragged on. Of course, we did our challenges. So we did like the word searches that the students like, and those are challenges for growth mindset groups. We have one day where we're like, no, we're gonna use our growth mindset skills, and I know we get frustrated if we lose, but we're working through that. And so once I choose my theme, once I choose my ideas for the lessons, then I can start connecting it to their goals. And so like one student has advocacy goals, and so with the Rebel Girls worksheet, there was one on like creating a poster for your rights or for what you need. And so we talked about that in the beginning of the year. I've talked to all my middle schools about their IEP goals, so I connected to like your IEP goals and your accommodations and making sure that you're talking to your teachers. And so that's just a little idea of how I plan or how I think about my plans, and also an easy way to be like, okay, this month we're doing this, next month we're doing that, this week we're doing this, next week we're doing this, and I plan around that and then connect it to their goals. So for next month, there's a library week, and so we're gonna bring out couple books. We're gonna find different interests with books for maybe like 2 sessions, and it's not fully thought out, but that's my next thing, my next goal. And the reason why I do that is because it brings joy. I think schools have a good way of being like just data, curriculum, and it really doesn't serve anyone. It doesn't even serve our students, because their interests are like, I don't like school. I understand why you don't like school if we're just doing data, curriculum, exams. And so that brings me joy to see the kids happy. That brings them joy, like listening to music and learning about different people, and having the freedom to be like, oh, can I ask about this, or can we do a little bit more research of that? I'm like, yes, that's literally advocating. You're asking me to do something, you're asking permission, you're practicing, and then we're gonna do it, and then we find that information, and then understanding and comprehension of that information, and how application of that to your lives. And so try it. I mean, it's helped me feel better about what I do and the services I provide in the building, and the relationships that I have with the students. I'm almost at work, so have a good day.